up on that song, and I want to be rich, I guess. No, it just makes me feel good. Love, peace, and happiness. Happy Philly songs. Good morning, guys. It is Sunday. It is February 23rd, I believe, 23rd. One day before the market opens. There's holidays coming up this whole time frame. We just had President's Day the day before and MLK the day, a week before. So always these short weeks that we've been trading on. But I want to talk to you guys today about Connect the Dots Part 86. We say these things here on the show, and then you have to prove them. You have to prove them out to be correct. You can't just say things without any backing, right? A couple of things we said. We said the Taylor Swift connection. We said private equity. We've used the NFL. We've used all these things. If you guys don't know, generalizing how private equity influences you on the day-to-day, doing leverage buyouts in publicly traded companies while planting their executives on boards and making the wrong decisions to ruin companies is what it's been said from me. And sure, people say, well, Marantz, that can't be true. Nobody ever really does it on purpose. Nobody's trying to make their company go bankrupt. And then I'll show you Sue Gove. Sue Gove, who has made a living working for Marsal and Alvarez Consulting and going through, and it's called Alvarez and Marsal, and going through and getting a new job and a new job and a new job and a new job since she retired from her first original job, right? So, yeah, it's there. If you guys watch all these parts, we're on part 86 today, this morning. I say tonight because we have people in Israel, people in Japan. We have people everywhere, Australia, watching the show. So I just want to say thank you. But before we get into all the good stuff, we got to do the catch-up. I haven't seen you guys in 2.5 days. 2.5 days might as well be 2.5 years. Guys, I had the worst experience last night. I met what I would equate to being a meltdowner face-to-face last night. And I'm gonna say it out. I don't care because the whole conversation was, I don't mean to disrespect you. I don't mean to be an asshole. I don't mean to be a jerk. I don't mean to be a piece of shit. But that's how he talked, okay? And I just stood there. I was just like, okay. And the ultimate disrespect was when it was time to leave my home, because he was at my house. I have this rule about shaking hands. I never shake hands sitting down. I'll never sit down and shake your hand. You're supposed to stand up when you shake hands. But I didn't stand up. I just sat there. I just go, this motherfucker doesn't know anything. This guy is gross. But you know what? I did my best. The whole family was there. I'll explain. So it was a housewarming party in a way. My in-laws came into town from Tennessee. And I'm wearing my Bucky shirt. If you guys don't know my Bucky shirt, I got a gift from the channel. I forget who said it. Was it K-Bong? Or somebody sent me a shirt from Tennessee. So it's Bucky, the whatever, on the front. And then it says Tennessee on the back, whatever. And I'm feeling good. I'm sitting there. Just got a haircut. When I saw my boy John, got the haircut. We were talking about KB Lil Demon going on tour now, touring around in the Gangster Syndicate. He's that guy that got a hot little track I told you about. So we were doing that. We were talking, me and John. And I go, hey, John, I got these in-laws coming over. I got to get a haircut. So he cuts me up, gets me fresh right here. And hold on. Who's this? Okay, there we go. Unknown gets muted because they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Great. Don't worry, Unknown. You're going to have your moment in the sun right now. Oh, just like I talked to this guy yesterday. So, everyone's coming over. My in-laws are coming over. My in-laws called, and they said, hey, they asked my wife, they asked me, they said, do you guys mind if we use your house? We're going to have a party. Of course, we don't mind. It's my one day off in the week. We don't mind. My one day to hang out with the wife, my one day to, get myself ahead and try to prepare for the rest of the week. I don't mind at all. Because my wife and I had that pact a long time ago. It's our home, and if people want to use it for parties, we say yes. And why? Because we've always had to borrow someone's home when we didn't have anything, right? When we were grinding. And so we're still grinding, but still. So, yes, you can use the home, blah, blah, blah. Boom, they come over. Now, everyone's coming over. Everyone's coming over, and then I see this big man walk into my house, cool as hell, laid back, chill, seemed somewhat intelligent, and starts talking. He starts talking, and then I start cooking, and I'm grilling for 2 hours. grilling, burgers, hot dogs, whatever the hell they were giving me to cook, meat, you name it. They're all eating. I'm not eating. I'm trying to fast for 20 hours, whatever it may be. They're just talking. And somewhere in there, I escaped. I played a game of TFT, went back out there. Then my wife goes, "Hey, babe, relax. You know, you just worked this whole time. You clean it." Because I cleaned the house, washed out the back patio. I was doing the ice, the drinks, everything. I'm tired. And she goes, "Relax, babe." So I go, "You're right." So I loosen up my collar and I undress and I go to the room and I get my favorite hoodie. I put on my GameStop hoodie. It's like my cloak of armor. I put this thing on and I'm ready to rock. So I walk back out into the living room where everyone's at and I sit down in the very seat where I first started making YouTube videos, at the table in my kitchen. I sit down in that chair and I have the hoodie on and my wife goes, "Hey, do you guys invest into GameStop?" Like randomly, right? And I'm like, "Yo, babe, what are you doing?" Now my she's been throwing them back. She's having a good time. I'm looking at her. I'm like, "Don't do it, mama. Don't do it." See, my wife doesn't understand. This is life. And I'm like, "Don't do it, babe. Don't make me do it." Tariff overdue. Oh, man. Thank you, D. Appreciate you, man. I know what it is. Appreciate you, though, man, for all the support. 11th channel. So this guy sitting there goes, he looks at the sweater, he goes, "Oh, man, I hope you made a killing on GameStop." And I was like, I'm doing fine. He goes, "You know, man, it was awesome what happened back in the day, you know. But, you know, and they're going downhill because, you know." And I was just like, I don't know. And my wife is hardcore. She goes, "You know, it's never too late for you guys to understand what GameStop is." And I was like, "Mama, you don't even understand." But my wife is just pushing it on, right? And the guy, he starts talking. And I felt like I was trapped in the Matrix. "Oh, you know, you got to tell me what's more viable." He starts using words. No, I know what viable means. He starts using phrasing that I've never heard. And I'm like, did he put those words together? Does he know what he's saying? So I said, "Okay, you want to turn it on? Let's turn it on." The whole room went silent. Because I popped out and I go, "Well, when you take into consideration, boom, 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 I just started dropping bombs. I mean, nuclear hydrogen bombs on this chat." And people were like, the Theos and Theos were going, "What the hell? What is Marantz?" And I was like, "Well, you could take it back that far. Or we can go ahead and look at the fact that private equity has infiltrated companies since the 1970s and 80s. I said, but that was all accelerated by Drexel Burnham Lambert and Mike Milken. And Mike Milken and the Institute, what they did was they got shut down in 1988 by the government. 1989, which happened to be February, February 12th, 13th, 14th, call it Black Friday. Black February, Bloody February, whatever the hell, Bloody Valentine. I said, but here's the thing, guys. When they went ahead and took over, you had these guys, 6 guys go ahead and form Apollo Global Management. Now, when they formed Apollo Global Management, boom, boom, I never stopped, guys. I didn't breathe. I was like Will Ferrell in the movie Old School. What just happened? I like blacked out. I was going, dudes. And that's when all the husbands and the wives that were there and all the kids, everybody's looking at me like, who in the hell are you? Bros, it's the scariest shit ever. And this dude goes, this is what the guy goes. He goes, "Yeah, but what GameStop is going to do? You know, all games are digital. You know, it's an idea. It's just like Blockbuster." And when he started saying that shit, oh my God, bros. I just had to sit there. I just had to sit there and just be like, you know what? There are people on this planet that have absolutely no idea what's happening. And I'm okay with that. I'm not trying to convince you of shit. I'm just handling mine. I said, yeah. But you keep focusing on the legacy business. You keep focusing on 30% of their bottom line. That's what you're mad about. The addressable market cap compared to whom? Walmart? Best Buy? Who's the competition? He didn't understand what $5 billion is and the leverage of not having an ABL to borrow from, the covenants that are not present, the actual bonds that don't exist. They don't understand what GameStop is, just how nuclear this stock and investment is. How about Ryan Cohen having $1 billion worth of Alibaba, over $3 billion worth of Apple? No, there's some real leverage here. You see, because when you equate time horizon with your lifestyle, like I told you last week, well, then you'd be amazed what comes down your way. You see, Ryan Cohen doesn't need cash. Ryan Cohen doesn't need to establish his footprint and build wealth because he already has it. He has it without GameStop. So maybe his time horizon is just like mine, where I don't need to sell any shares. Why? Because I'm okay. I have a job. I have a career. I'm not going to the markets to trade and try to win. It's not that. I'm going to win, but I'm going to win my way, babe. My way. So yes, the guy was severely uninformed. It was ignorance just spewing out. I'm going to get another beer. You want one? So anyway, that was a good night for me. I came out of there chanting. My father-in-law looked at me and goes, damn it. So I got the right one. I said, yeah, you do. I said, yeah, you do. He's like, shit. I said, well, what do you think I do all day? You know, because I snuck away from the party to go study. Study? What are you studying? You guys don't want to know. Do you want to know? Yeah. Oh, yeah, my wife's crazy, bro. My wife, when she started, getting a little tipsy, she's over here, hey, you guys want to see my husband dance? Play a song. And I was just like, baby, don't do that. I'm not dancing. No, I'm not your, like I'm her court jester. Like I'm the joker. I'm the entertainer. I'm like, no. So, you guys want to know what I was studying? Shit, man. There's a lot to go over today. First, thank you. Thank you so much for not living in California. If you are living in California, my boy Gavin Newsom out here asking for $40 billion. Hey, Gavin, go get it from the money you just gave away to all these illegals. Can we do that? You guys see this picture up here? It says, be willing to assert yourself in situations of great importance. That was my fortune cookie. I want you to look at the O on 2. Be willing to assert yourself. The O is the damn GameStop logo. It has a little additional letter on the O, like a little emphasis on the O. You know, the little thing? It looked like the GameStop logo. I said, holy shit. It looks like GameStop. Maybe the world's talking to me. Universe. I've stayed in California half of my life already. Oh, man. Tell me about it. Now check this out. You guys are going to love this show. Because we're just going to talk. We're going to talk about a bunch of nonsense. But should we do Connect the Dots first? Huh. Yeah. Okay, let's do Connect the Dots really quick, just so that we're clear. All right. New York football giants. Okay? New York football. Now listen, guys. I'm going to show you how private equity did it. And then maybe you'll understand it. So the New York football giants, they hire more, I don't know how to say this name. Is it Moles to sell minority stake of the team. As many of you are aware, private equity can now buy up to 10%, 20% of your team in the NFL. NFL worked out a deal where private equity can come in and get great returns. Now, they don't have controlling stake of the company and or the team or any decision making, but they're there to make money. So if you look at teams like the Washington Commanders, that's private equity, Josh Harrison and boys. If you look at Miami Dolphins, fitting, right? Miami, where private equity actually has a hub. And then New York Giants, that's New York, and even the Buffalo Bills, right? So all bought by private equity. As of recently, the Buffalo Bills were bought by, right here, I want to say, these guys at, is it Arctos? Arctos Capital. So Arctos has all these guys on the board of directors, and I was reading all their stuff. You know, Ian Charles. If you look at Ian Charles, he comes from Landmark Partners. Landmark Partners actually bought out by Ares Capital. But that's where he comes from, right? Landmark Partners. And we know who Ares Capital is. If you don't know, that's going to be Anthony Resler. And those are the guys who actually own the Charlotte Hornets, the Atlanta Hawks, people from that company, from Ares. David O'Connor. David O'Connor here. Where was he from? I want to say it was J.P. Morgan, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, no, he's Madison Square Garden, the Knicks. There you go, and New York Rangers. So private equity, right? Like Beasley here, this guy. Beasley was from Kirkland and Ellis. Cool. I don't know where Belcher's from, but Beecher, whatever his name is. But I have more. What? J.P. Morgan. There you go. He's from J.P. Morgan. Okay. So if I scroll down, I just got lucky. I don't know. I just clicked on people. Jeffrey Mullins. Jeffrey Mullins, managing director, right? And where did he come from before that? He was at Landmark Partners. Landmark Partners, if you don't know, they were actually acquired by Ares Management in 2021, and he was with Ares directly. All these guys are with Ares. All these guys are private equity, and you know the partnership. They hired, look at this, New York Giants hired Drexel Burnham Lambert. If you guys don't know, these are all connection parts. Go watch Connect the Dots Part 17, please. Anyway, this right here, they're hiring private equity to go ahead and do their bidding. And it was weird because I was actually reading Josh Harris again. You know, Josh Harris of Apollo Global Management, who owns the 76ers, who owns the New Jersey Devils, who owns the Washington Commanders, who hired Adam Aaron from AMC movie theaters to be a part of what they do. But he founded Apollo Global Management with Leon Black and Mark Rowan back in 1990 when Drexel shut down. But I was reading something and it caught me. You know, I just read and read. And guys, I've read this 100 times in my whole last 4 years. But it's always like when you read it again, right? He worked for Blackstone before going to Apollo and forming Apollo. And I was like, okay, he's got partnerships with Jared Kushner. You know how I feel about the administration, which is okay. Right here, Leon Black announced he was stepping down to the investigation as, you know, the Jeffrey Epstein deal. We've talked about all this stuff, but there was something so small that caught me. It's right here. So his family office, HRS Management, was the largest investor in the American political newspaper, The Hill, until selling to Nexstar Media Group in August of 2021. The 2022, Harris invested $10 million in Philadelphia-based whatever Mosaic development project, blah, 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 blah. Right here. It's right here. Okay? HS Management with the stated goal of buying more than $1 billion worth of properties. In 2023, 2 years ago, in 2023, he and investors Mark Penn, James Tisch, and Thomas Petterfy. Guys, Thomas Petterfy is the one who went onto the TV to cry and say the whole world's going to shut down because of GameStop. The market was going to implode because of $30 billion worth of market cap. $30 billion of market cap might be a grain of salt. Might be a grain of sand on the beach. I saw $600 billion worth of market cap not even get a phone call or a headline the other day when it got out of NVIDIA. Not a problem. $30 billion at GameStop was the earth-shattering, according to Thomas Petterfy. I said, oh, Thomas Petterfy's he's in bed with private equity. That's why he's front and center. He's making people think that this is the problem and that, hey, everybody won. Take your money now. Look at this. Just like everybody else. James Tisch. James Tisch and the Tisch family actually own the New York Giants. Yeah, I know you guys think it's the Mara family, but the Tisch family. You guys remember the Tisch brothers? The Tisch family on the board of directors of Lowe's movie theater complex? Lowe's movie theaters? The same Tisch family that was on the board of directors at Zales Jewelers? Go watch Connect the Dots Part 17 again. But the craziest part about this is that Josh Harris is actually invested with them, James Tisch and Thomas Pettifee. And when I looked at it, I saw James and I go, okay, well now James, I have a problem with him because he's from the Lowe's Corporation, all right? Which, if you guys don't know, AMC Movie Theaters sold their company to private equity, Apollo Global Management, partnered up with Lowe's Corporation, and then they went ahead and bought Dead Movie Theaters. And this is why they're the world's largest movie theater, but they did it via private equity to carve out assets. So when you go through and you see the Tisch family, who actually attended Wharton Business School, he is also on the board of directors at the Federal Reserve in New York. And then I saw it again. I said, wait a minute. The Messenger. They launched The Messenger in 2023, a website. The Messenger is bankrupt. The Messenger, as of January of last year, I'm so sorry, on January 31st, 2024, they announced they were shutting down effective immediately, citing funding issues. Guys, does a company backed by billionaires, and it says a website secured investment of $50 million. $50 million? What the hell is that to these guys? Nothing. Do you know who's the actual first ones to announce Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are quietly hanging out? Who's the first one to do this website? Guys, the stuff that's pushed out to you, the Messenger is different. They own these little websites, and they put out information. And they're the first ones to do it because they leak it to the people, and then you start getting it, and you start going. Another story that they originally published was a Nevada family being visited by aliens. Who knows? Who knows? My point is, all that money and all that info being pushed into things was via the Messenger private equity website. The people who actually funded that, Tisch family, Pettifee, and Harris. I connect dots. I put them together so that you can see them first person. These guys control the info you read. They control what you digest. So I'm going to show you some of that today. Oh no, we'll go on that one later. But as we go down the list of updates and headlines, just remember, I already found you. I found you exactly who did the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce pub pieces. Apollo, private equity. It's already there. The Messenger. Go figure. Here's the website for GameStop, guys, by the way. GameStop graded cards. Coming in right now, there's only around 30-something, 39? Pokemon 59. Oh, it's just going to be coming soon. There's no way they actually have 59 ready to go. Do they? Oh, man, they have 59 cards now. They did not have that just a while ago. Oh, 42. 42 cards. What a lie. The minute they get up on there, I don't know how they do it. People just buy shit. They process it so fast, and they buy them. I'm looking for there's no more Pikachus. They're all gone. Yeah, stuff's gone, bro. These cards will go. They'll be gone. And I don't know what to tell you. You can't get them. If you guys can't notice, my Pokemon card's missing. Behind me. It's gone. I had Bulbasaur, Final Form, Venusaur, PSA 9 from the 5150, or 5150, from the 151 Pokemon cards, the Scarlet deck. Yeah, 151s. I had it. It was a very valuable card. I gave it to my nephew last night. I have a nephew who came over to my house, and he said, "Do you got any Pokemon cards?" And I was like, "No." It's like, "I really like Pokemon." And my sister-in-law looked at me, and I was like, "You know what, dude? Come here, man." It's his birthday, by the way. I said, "Happy birthday. Here you go. Don't ever lose it." It's your first card. You know, you got to pass on the collection to someone. You got to pass on the message to someone. And I didn't have a problem. I don't care. I don't care one bit. Worth 100, 200, 300. I wouldn't matter. Does not matter to me. I'm not going to go cash out on it. I'm just going to pass around the goodness. So shout out to him, my little man. I won't say his name because I want to protect him from the internet. But he's a good ass little dude, and he got his first card from me yesterday. He's one of my youngest nephews. The other nephew who gets cards all the time, my boy. Yeah, I gave him some other cards. I didn't give him any like PSA graded cards. So that just means I got to buy more PSA graded. What did I end up doing with the Kate? Oh no, I got rid of the Caitlin Clark too. I gave that one away too. Look at, they got a Pikachu card right here for $11. We got two of them. Not bad. They'll be gone. 1,700 cards on the website. Solid. Solid. Okay, I showed you that. Let's take this moment right now. I thought I was showing cards. Sorry, guys. Was I showing you the rest of the stuff? Yeah, maybe. Nephew for the win. That's great. What an awesome gift. Yeah. We'll talk about the dump. We'll talk about stuff like that. But just want to say this right now. This is Richard. You guys know Richard very well. If you don't know Richard, he's been on the show before. He's been interviewed before. A lot of people call him the Ape Father because he's an AMC investor. And my condolences go to him and his family and his children. Apparently his wife passed away. And she was 46 years old, is what he was saying. Very sad. And I feel for him. I really do. I can't imagine. I just put that out there. I can't imagine being you, Richard, right now. It's heartbreaking. The way you can help Richard is, Richard made this video, and I know a lot of people had negative things to say about it. And I didn't, because I learned from my employees. I learned from being around certain people. You don't know how people grieve. You don't know how they deal with death and loss of life. A lot of people grieve in different ways, and they don't know how to express themselves sometimes. In this case, Richard came out and made a video, and he breaks down in the video, and it really hit him hard. And then at the end, he asked for if anyone wants to donate to help him. And he said the thing, he said, I lost all my money in AMC. And I get it. I get that you lost all your money in AMC. And I'm broken for you. Because I couldn't imagine being you, Richard. The best I can do is spread your message and give you a view and send it out to people. It's tough, man. But you're in my prayers. I thought about you enough to put you in on the live. And this happened a couple of days ago, yesterday, or the day before, Friday, when I saw this video. So, it stood with me. It sticks with me. It stings. Because I think about how my kids would react. Everyone always gets asked that hypothetical question from their spouse. What would you do if I was gone? Would you start dating somebody? Would you carry on? And I'm always looking at my wife. So, Mama, you're going to outlive me. Calm down. And what are you going to do? And it's because I had an amazing experience with my grandparents that I have this outlook on life. My grandfather, who had 10 children with my grandmother, left her when he was, might have been 50 years old. And I remember we all grew up in the same house. We were in one home. All the cousins, everybody. We were in Coachella. And there was 4 bedrooms to that house. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bedrooms to the house. And maybe 1,200 square feet. Not even that. Maybe 1,000 square feet. 4 little boxes and a living room. And all the cousins, all of us, would sleep in the living room on the floor. The older cousins would get a piece of the couch and double up. And so there was 2 couches, and you would lay together side by side. And then all of us little guys were on the ground, just with a blanket and a pillow, if that. And there was couples in each room. and then my grandparents and my grandfather. And he was, he found his way. He found someone else, and he ended up marrying that young lady, and he had 2 children with her. Now, these aren't ideal family conditions. This ain't like a perfect family. There's no family photo, I'll tell you that. But when my grandmother was dying, and it was like a curse on my grandfather, like everybody wouldn't talk to him, he didn't care. He walked straight into that house, the house he bought my grandmother. He walked straight into that house, and he sat next to her for 3 months as she died. And he just sat there in shame, in silence. People came and visit my grandmother. They didn't really acknowledge my grandfather too much. I mean, I did. He's always been my guy. But I saw my grandmother die and wither away, and so did he. He died within the same year, with months after. He couldn't live without her. And when I saw that type of love, like no matter what, rain or shine, right? Like this is the one I started life with type of lady. You learn to understand it. So, Richard, I feel for you, brother. I do. I wish you would have had more time with your spouse, certainly for the children. And all antics aside, we're on the internet. You make a video. It's how you release your grief or however you deal with it. I don't care what you do, man. I don't care how you spend your time. I don't care. You do whatever you need to do to heal. Because it's a very hard world. And you got to still keep going on. You have children to care about. So I'll support you. Like I said, I'll give you a view. But I've seen children lose their parents. I've seen parents lose their children. And it's gut-wrenching. But it is a part of life. And we got to find a way to get past it and hold it and carry on. But you'll never forget it. So, got nothing but love for you, Richard. And I hope you do well. I do. And I hope you have a better day every day. So, that's for Richard. I won't play the video out of respect to him. I don't need to. I need you guys to go ahead and give him a view on his channel, not mine. So, when you guys get a chance, get on over to the Ape Father. You can search it, Ape Father, all one word, Ape Father. And, it's sad. The man has 16,000 subscribers and 700 views on a video that means the world to him. So see if you guys can give him a view when you're done with this video and this live stream. So that's just too much. Okay. You can reach out and help him out if you want on Cash App. Richard's Cash App is $ Richard, common spelling. Then it's one word. So it's Richard, RICHARDLEVOI. Richard Leveau, or I don't know how he says it, but that's his Cash App. You guys know that he's a YouTuber with entertainment. He's been on the show before. And it's one thing to not listen to me, Richard, about your investments. But you know what? I don't fault you, man. Some people are manipulated and confused. To transfer that, to shift out of this story, I'm going to go ahead and tell you more people that are confused. And they're right here. So, let's go ahead and get out of that. Love you, Rich, man. Keep your head up, man. You got my number if you need to call me. Just vent. I don't care. I'll be the ear. All right, guys, here we go. This is a Spaces call from yesterday. Now, I haven't played it yet. I'm not even going to play it yet. I'm not going to play it. I might do it tomorrow. I don't know if it's still available. I don't know. I have all these people blocked. Yes, I even have Dilly blocked. She's blocked. Don't worry. J-Rags, piece of shit, blocked. Platinum, plant, blocked. James, what a fake. What a phony. Almost like Kid Caribou. I don't know. Hey, is Kid here? Man, what the hell's going on with Kid, bro? This guy's in and out of the Discord. Kid, just to leave the Discord for 10 seconds and come back? I don't know what's going on with you, man. But he comes in, he comes back. He comes in, he comes back. All right, guys, I'm back. It's like he took a break at work, and he tells you, oh, I got to take a break at work. Hold on, let me leave the Discord. And then he comes back and goes, all right, break's over. I'm back, guys. What happened? What the hell did you leave for? And why'd you tell anybody? I'm leaving. Kid walks into the restaurant. He says, hi, I'm here. And when he's done with his food, he stands up and he goes, hi, everybody. I'm leaving. I just want you to know I'm leaving. Holy shit. Anyway, these people don't have a clue. There's 4 people listening, by the way. They had 8 people in their Spaces call. Embarrassing. These guys have 1,000 followers apiece, thousands of followers. 8 people? Was this a private phone call? It was not. It was public. I can go live on Twitter right now. I haven't done a Spaces call in years. And I can do it. And 8 people? And there's 4 of you guys? Does Ryan Cohen have a plan? Yeah. Yeah, he's got a plan, all right. Like, what do you care? What? What kind of shit is this? Do you think people even know who Ryan Cohen is when you type that? Does Ryan Cohen have a plan? Who's going to know that? Just GameStop investors? Are you guys really trying to brainstorm whether he has a plan or not? He's been on the job for a year and a half. They're extremely profitable. They've done everything right. They have a cash flow in the positive. They have $4 billion plus on cash. Almost $5 billion. Where the hell was the company before he took over? Does he have a plan? He's doing the plan. What's your time horizon? Or are you guys just here to bitch and moan? I'm telling you now, J-Rags, Dilly, Platt, and James, just post all your positions. Post your positions. Post your buys. Post everything. I want to see them. I want to see how active you guys are. Like everyday active. And a matter of fact, give me your GameStop account info. Go for it. Show me your GameStop shops. How often you go to the store. How often you support the company. How about the posts you guys do? You guys do any videos that are supporting GameStop in your investments? No? You're just here to talk. That's what we do. We just talk. We know what Ryan does. We know. Thank you. We've got to see that call. Oh, yeah, don't worry. I'm going to go look at it one day. I don't have time this morning. I actually have to go to work in a couple of minutes, but I'm good. I'm good for a while here with you. GameStop announces, this is the one people were asking me how I feel about this. GameStop announced that you're no longer going to be able to mass pre-order Pokemon cards from the website. You have to go in person to get your items. Yeah, guys, this is a practice that's been done for years. And it's when you put limits on things, right? So how can I say this? In business, the way you can generate what they call an up, right, in business, is you give out the least amount of information. You encourage the shopper to make the trip. That creates interaction, and that drives merchandise. Why? Because merchandise is merchandised. Is that correct? The merch is merchandised correctly. Right? There's the 6 rights of merchandising. And you create an impulse. So an impulse might be in front of you, like a block you might make of, I don't know, Pokemon cups. And you're going to put it right next to it. It's kind of like with the old condoms next to flowers theory at the Valentine's Day. It's an impulse buy. They didn't come for condoms, but they see the flowers and go, I might have to get some. It's one of those things. Merchandising works that way. When I say the 6 rights of merchandise is having the right product in the right condition, the right quantity, to the right person at the right time at the right price. Right? You can do it that way. So you want to make sure that this is what I have. I'm merchandising the Pokemon cards correctly. Getting the people down there to see them and to walk into the store is one thing. The first thing you do is stop giving out information over the phone. Hey, do you guys have any of this in stock? I apologize, but we can't give out that information over the phone. But if you come in person, we'll see what we have available to us. But I encourage you to come on down because plenty of people are still here asking those same questions and buying the same products. Like you can word it a certain way. You can say it a whole different way. You'd be like, yes. You can say yes to everything. You might piss people off. We had it when you called, but you know what? You have to come on down. Are you lying? Who knows? Who knows what you're doing? But yeah, no, you don't need to lie. You just need to let them know what your policy is. Our policy is that you guys can come on down and check it out yourself. Unfortunately, we try not to tell people what we do have in store over the phone because we don't know who's actually calling us. Who's monitoring your inventory? Is it the competition? Is it a different store? Things like that. If the store wants to call store to store, sure. You know, this store calls you. Do you guys have this on hand? We have it. What are your on hands? We have 34 packs. You know, something to that effect. This is good news. This is good news that they will make you go in person because, you know, there's a whole idea of limits. Limits. Right now, I don't know if you guys know about egg limits. There's certain companies out there that are putting limit on eggs because allegedly the bird flu hit us and no one else. No, Biden, you're a piece of shit. But we're out here telling you that eggs at certain companies, they might be limited to 2, limited to 3. Well, GameStop's doing the same thing. They're going to limit it per day. That means more interactions per day. You have to come back. And it also allows more people to get the products that they're coming for. More people that go to GameStop and have a great experience. Ooh, they had a Pokemon. They have they have Elite Trainer box. They had ETBs. They had a couple of packs of Surging Sparks. Like you get to spread that out amongst more people than one. You know, there are scalpers out there. There's these people out there that are buying mass amounts and then scalping them all, and that's lowering the interaction at the store level. That's lowering how many people are going to come through. You know, people that are buying them on the website and then get them delivered never go to the store. So maybe GameStop's trying to reemphasize their brick and mortar presence with they're not ready to give it all up, which I don't think they should because of the partnership they have with PSA. I think a lot of the stores they're closing didn't have a strong PSA footprint. That's what I think. I think that the 400 plus stores that closed in the U.S. and 733 that closed worldwide has a lot to do with the strategic partnership with the PSA. So mapping out, you know, logistics wise too, you don't know what it costs to get product from point A to point B, and you don't know the lease situation. You don't know if they want to negotiate leases in certain areas based off of demos, based off of medium household prices. You know, everything comes up into play if they're actually doing the due diligence for the area. And this is why you just don't, you know, it's not the Subway of the world. If you guys don't know, there's Subways everywhere. And there's Starbucks everywhere. Did they actually do the correct assessment of the area where it's needed? Companies that do great reconnaissance before they build something are successful. And that would be In-N-Out Burger. That would be Costco. And that would be a lot of other retail companies that actually map it out. They go ahead and get, you know, the things you have to think about, guys, just so that we know. If you want to go ahead and open up a building, you want to think about, like for GameStop's case or any case, you want to think about city taxes. You want to think about bus routes. Do you have a bus route connected to your spot in your stop? That'll increase foot traffic. Certainly for children that use the bus or the teenagers that use a bus. And like teen adults, whatever, that don't really have vehicles sometimes. A lot of those people tend to be gamers or collectors or, you know, they just want to stop by your store and see what you have. The strip malls, you want to make sure that there's a big store of some kind driving foot traffic to that area. You don't want to put a GameStop in the middle of nowhere where there's not a big retail store to drive the foot traffic there. It's not the driving factor. You know, you want to get the fall off, right? Everyone's going to Target. Hey, Target didn't have what I was looking for. Oh, look, there's a GameStop across the street. You know who does this? Bevmo. Bevmo does this so well. Bevmo puts themselves right next to a Total Wines or next to a Costco because they sell the most liquor. And they go, okay, well, we've got specialty products. You know, when they run out of certain things, we have it all. And that's the way it works. These businesses that position themselves. I had seen the GameStops that are getting shut down. One that was shut down was in the city of Indio, and it was next to a Starbucks and a Winchell's Donuts. And I said, why? Well, I mean, what the hell? Who's driving traffic there? This is why GameStop's in a mall, because everybody's going to the mall. Just happens to be there, right? The ones that are not at malls, usually next to a Walmart or another big place like Home Depot or Costco, huge retail stores. That's where they should be. And then hopefully, sometimes there's city ordinance for how many windows your building can have, or what could the building be made of, and what can you have landscaping and parking, and there's so many things you have to take into consideration before you just say I want to open one. And so hopefully they're doing that. I think they are. So from what I can see, and that's it. Eggs rock. There you go. That's why groceries put their eggs and the dairy in the back of the store to make you pass through everything else. Yeah, you walk through. It's impulse buying. The same reason why they put candy at the checkout. Handheld candy and drinks. Cold drinks and candy bars. And because you're like, okay, let me get a snack. Let me get something sweet. Oh, I got a sweet tooth. It's been known for years. Miller's Outpost perfected this. Miller's Outpost is a store where you would get your jeans. And they'd put the 501s, jeans, 501 Levi's, in the back. And then Macy's did the same thing, where Macy's goes, oh, we're just going to put jewelry in the front. Perfume and jewelry in the front. You got to walk past it to get through our store. So a lot of people have perfected how you merchandise. And GameStop's no different. They're putting Pokemon at the back on the wall in the games, and they put stuff behind the counter. They force you to come to the counter. And, the counter's not at the front of the store by the door, the exit door. The counter's actually at the back. That means you got to walk all the way through the store. And you got to stand there in line. And what's next to you when you're in line? These shelves of figurines and clearance items and things like that. So you just got to know. Hey, Marantz just bought 275 more. More what, Nathaniel? I don't know how you're buying stock right now. The market's not open, but if you are, that's cool. Let's go ahead and talk about the next thing. Our boy El Cabong. El Cabong, my boy. So this happened. Says Ryan Cohen, we trust. I want to see what Marantz has to say. Obviously, I have a lot to say about this. We're just talking about. But thank you guys for the guys who are fighting out there on the internet for me. Appreciate you guys so much. I really do. I know there's a lot being said, and it's cool. Let's go. Trump wants to shake up the U.S. Postal Service. Here's what it'll mean for your deliveries. I have a very opinionated piece on this. The reason why I'm so opinionated about the Postal Service being shaken up, I have family members who actually work for the United States Postal Service. My cousins. My cousins actually work there. They do well. They're supervisors. They're employees. They deliver mail, whatever. And a lot of my cousins work at the post office. And I started doing homework on the post office because I was like, Trump's trying to get rid of them. And then they start firing them, and I'm trying to figure out why they don't make a profit. They raise the prices on stamps. Pitney Bowes does the same thing where they're renting out, this idea of shipping. And how, I'm like, who's not making money? There's so many packages going out. How are we losing money? Well, the idea of losing money with the post office, just so that we're clear, and why Trump needs to go in there and fix things, is because it's an accounting thing, guys. It has nothing to do with actual losing money. They're not losing money. They're meant to lose money on the books, right? So I had to go find the story because I knew it. There was like this whole thing about whose husband. It's only because it's California. Dianne Feinstein's husband, like 10 years ago, actually owned or had the account for all the real estate that the United States Postal Office owned. And then he started selling off the leases. And he ended up having like $5 billion worth of like their percentage of, what would you call it? I forget, commission, $5 billion. So how much did she actually get? Dianne Feinstein, like, go to her. I don't understand how the spouses are able to do this. And that's why Nancy Pelosi's husband is an issue for me. And then Dr. Dianne Feinstein, I believe she passed. I don't even know. But I'll show you. So here's the article, just so that we're clear. It's from 2013. Okay, 2013. Senator Dianne Feinstein's husband selling post offices for the cheap. So yeah, they were doing it for the cheap. He was just selling them off to his buddies. And the post office, $85 billion company. The issue that you have is right here, okay? The mail provider has been widely declared as being broke, but that's utter hogwash. Congress has created an appearance of financial ill health via the 2006 measure, which astonishingly makes it prepay retirement benefits 75 years in advance. You heard that right. They make you prepay your retirement benefits for all employees 75 years in advance. This is why it looks like the post office doesn't make any money. So what did they do? They made it look bad, and then they sold it all off. They sold it off via C.B. Richard Ellis. Okay, CBRE sells off the contracts. If you're looking at CBRE, you got to think about the guy who actually works for them, Richard Blum. Richard Blum has been on the board of directors for other companies that I've had to look up that we talked about on Connect the Dots, and that is the husband of Dianne Feinstein. So he went off and he started selling off all of the properties that the post office actually owns, the land itself. He started selling everything off, and he was selling it off to private equity. So, yeah, Trump should go in there and get his ass and get them all and get them out of there. Richard Blum, if I'm not mistaken, right here. This dude, this is a guy who made a killing off of it, and it's because he was in charge until his death. Yeah, whatever. I don't know when he died. But this, 22, just last year. So I knew they were all going away. But this is the problem that you've had in America. I started studying this stuff because of Congress today, because of DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency. These guys went through and they found people, and I knew it because he was a co-founder of Newbridge Capital in '94, and that's private equity as well. So they are literally in everything. We've talked about them on Connect the Dots before, and just so happens they're trying to crack down on it now. Well, he's gone. So what the hell are we going to do? I didn't know he died. I had no idea. Newbridge Capital, I've talked about them before because they bought something. What did they buy? I got to know what they bought. We were Barnum, the Ringling Brothers, Mattel bought that. No, that's not it. See, it's right here. Joint venture with Acorn Investments invest in Asia and Latin America. Something happened. I don't know what. This is how money gets passed. Oh, Golden Gate. There it is. They took over Collective Brands. Oh, okay. So they were the ones. I got to put it together right now while we talk. I got to see Golden Gate. So they did business with Golden Gate. We've talked about that. The shoes. Air Brands, Payless Shoe Store. Went bankrupt Payless. That's what it was. Took over and went on bankrupt on Payless Shoe Stores. And Payless was great, man. I miss Payless. Thanks, though, bro. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for ruining the shoe companies that were actually doing pretty good. So, yeah, it's all connected. It's right there in front of me. It literally says Payless. Sucks, bros. Sucks. Blum Capital. That's where I found out about it. I've talked about it before. That's how I knew something. Anyway, I was looking at that headline. You guys want to talk about LPSN, right? Everybody brought this up the other day to me. LPSN. The brothers, Jackie and whoever, Rocky, are promoting this stock. Everybody's like, I made my money. Somebody came into his chat and said they made 3X on this chart. Hold on. You told me you made 3X. Where? It was $1.60 at the high of January. Was it year to date? Oh no, I'm so sorry. Year to date. Here we go. Even better. Where did you make 3X? It's never even been $3. It's $1.17 in the last year. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's go back 5 years. So somewhere here on this flat line, when the brothers started talking about this company, Rocky and Jamie, somewhere on a flat line, you've made money off this stock from $1.60 to $1.17, and you lied in the chat. Who was it that said they made 3X on this damn stock? It was somebody. Somebody tell me who they were. Braun is who it was. So when we see Braun's punk ass in this chat, Okay? I'm never going to ask him to prove himself. Bron, thanks for the $3 and support the channel the way you do this month. Maybe you got a free membership. I don't know. But I don't need your $3. I don't need you to come lie to the chat and say, you made 3X. We should invest in it. Jackie and them are telling it's great stock, great investment. How the hell did you make 3X? When was that? Liar. Oh, board of directors. Board of directors for LPSN, whatever the hell this damn thing is. Let's see what they do. I'm just curious. I was looking at it. I haven't really read it. I was just looking at it. Oh, Alvarez and Marsal. I wonder why an independent director is from Alvarez and Marsal and they're going bankrupt. I just wonder why we should invest in another Alvarez and Marsal piece. How is it that Alvarez and Marsal investments show up on the YouTube internet algorithm and Twitter? I want to know how they get here. Answer me that. Alvarez and Marsal, yes, the same Alvarez and Marsal that Sue Gove works for. Okay? But Dan Fletcher, that's who you are? I'll keep going. Maybe that was just a coincidence. Maybe it's just one. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me see what I got here. She used to work for Expedia. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, but I'll leave it alone. It's just one company you worked for of many. Sorry. GE Capital, private equity, right at the right timeline too. Oh, Apollo, I think it was 2012 Apollo owned them. Oh my God. You worked there? Oh no, not again. Oh no, not again. You can fool me once, you can't fool me twice. Alvarez and Marsal for 10 years. Karen Joyce, I bet you know Sue Gove. Really, guys? This is who you bring into the chat? This is how you infiltrate the chat? Get your shit out of here. Next person I see say, LP, whatever. Get your shit out of here. Love you, bro. All right. This one. PP Seeds. PP Seeds. I had this thing going on with there was a guy, Reese. And Reese went out there and posted, hey, I'm not going on to his show. I don't want to be a part of any drama. All you guys are afraid of drama. Don't be afraid to assert yourself in situations where you need it. That's what my fortune cookie was telling me. And I'm telling you, Reese, you're a piece of work. You know that? Reese, if you guys don't know who this guy is, he's a poster on Twitter who pumps GameStop. We're supposed to give him a pass. And he's a GameStop supporter. He also pumps AMC. AMC! Get your shit out of here. He was on The Gist. Did an interview on The Gist. The same podcast I'm about to be on in like 3 days. Don't worry. I'll have the right info. But PP Seeds was like, oh, man, it's okay, man. You don't have to be on the show. Hopefully, when things die down and it's not so hot, you come right back in. We'll get you in, okay? They attack us because they know we're already multimillionaires. Imagine being someone who has no investment in Bed Bath & Beyond, but they have talked about it daily for 2 years. Now that's mental illness. PP Seeds, you're saying I have mental illness because I've talked about it for 2 years and I have no investment? You want to talk about mental illness, PP? PP Seeds, you have no investment in Bed Bath & Beyond. Nobody does. No one here owns BBBY. Q. It's been deleted, extinguished, expunged. It's gone. The company's gone forever. Mental illness is talking about it for 2 years as if they have some type of connection with something. Did you see that? You see my thumb? I smashed my thumb. Oh, man. Guys, that little thing right there, most painful thing ever. Oh, this little thing. Oh, painful. Oh, I was like, oh, shit. PP, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know pain, P. I'm going to take a break from the internet, guys. I got to take a month off to reset. You didn't take a break? You were there every day, pumping a coin now that allegedly he has rugged with a secret account for $50,000, $150,000. Who the hell is You know what's the craziest part about you guys? Like, I don't understand the PP show and the people who allegedly watch it. I think it's all bots. It has to be whatever. I don't know who the hell's investing money with these guys, but these guys have more money? Like, there's money to invest. Did they lose it all in Bed Bath & Beyond? No, they have money. Okay, so let's just say they do have money. I'm just curious. Why wouldn't you go buy something you can invest in? Like shares or, I don't know, buy a Clue. Do you remember Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? People, it might be before your time a little bit, but you sit there and you get asked a question, you go, I'm going to phone a friend. Let's ask the audience. Can we eliminate one of the wrong answers? Yeah. Do that. Do that. Because what you're doing with your money and what these kids are... so here's the story, guys. PPC's launched a coin called the PP coin. And everybody bought in on it. And allegedly, this is how it all worked out. He was live. He was live during his show. And he had 3 bathroom breaks. 3. Bros, I'll go 7 hours right here and I'll piss my pants where I stand before I ever go to a bathroom break. I gotta go to the bathroom. Man, I'm telling you. Nope. 3 bathroom breaks. And during those bathroom breaks, they saw a random wallet sell off large portions of PP coin for thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars. I bet his wife's posting still, we're living our best life. Who's working? I ask you, Alex, out of you and your wife, who works? Or are you just taking money from people? It's disgusting. A little rants on my birthday. Hey, happy birthday, Blue Ribbon. I knew it was you. 50K 3 times. Look at that. They know it. PP got diddied by Pulte. I don't know. These coins are possibly money laundering. Yeah, it's bad, man. I know what you mean by that, Einstein. You mean this is how they're getting paid? This is how they're getting paid via for their misinformation. How is PBC still around? I don't know. Yeah, Reese Politics. Kid's terrible, and I told him. So that's happening. SEC, I don't know if they're going to start doing their job, but we'll see. They're just ridiculous. I mean, could you imagine getting every investment wrong and then coming in here and telling us what the hell is going down? Carter's Corner Pocket, what's up, brother? How you doing? Yeah. Yeah, Einstein, when we see Braun, let me know, man. He's blocked on site. We had another person tell us to buy ASTS. Nah. Called it rainbow frogs, but if you hold it, this stock, you are licking them. Oh, man. Enjoy the kids' birthday party. I was doing all that yesterday, man. Marantz Analyst is so fire. Thank you. Yeah. Used to go to Payless, now Sports Academy. See the connection? Yep. I already told you the connection. Bros, if you guys ever watch the live streams and then to go with Connect the Dots, blow your mind, man. Blows my mind all the time. Oh, okay, we still got more. This is crazy over here. Now this is a video I have to watch. I have not watched this video. But it's from the guy who keeps changing his name. And the guy who keeps changing his name is UCopy. Now he's emergency. We know the guy knows absolutely nothing about TA. He's been wrong on everything he's ever done. He's going to show me TA from his cell phone. This is going to be good. I'm already excited. Sorry there, bro. He says, expect Roy and Kitty tweet today, creating a gap up and make a final third. Oh, my God. Here he goes. You copy. Saying some dumb shit. Let's go hear it. About fractals. That's how you know it's bullshit. You know why fractals don't exist? Oh, man.
It's a little late today, but yeah, I just quickly give you guys some updates. What's going on with the GME, and also what are we expecting for next week? Um, I think we are almost right there, right before a rally, because I did mention that March is going to be a time for rally. I think I already mentioned it like since January, since I found the fractals that, this fractal that, might repeat itself. So yeah, let's begin. I want to start with this one. I've been getting a lot of this one got almost a 70K. So yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I was expecting a Roaring Kitty tweet, which was on Wednesday. I think it was 19, right? Wednesday. So I do see that the GME kind of did a second wave here, which what you saw there, and then I do expect some sort of because I know this is kind of tracking this one, and it seems like a signal to me. So I thought maybe maybe arcade tweet, because it's quite different than last year May, because last year May arcade tweet happened, and then
That's the reason why I didn't watch it, because I can't. The guy will put me to sleep. I have charts. I have charts that have been correct, that I don't have to readjust, that I don't really have to look at that often. But we're going to go over something on this. I know that these guys don't know what the hell they're talking about, because the chart that they're trying to mimic and look at is back here, and they're trying to mimic movements and tell you where it's headed, but not understand that the float has changed infinitely from back then to now. The best thing to study here is AMC. So AMC, okay, this is their chart, their monthly chart right here. And AMC at one point, this was the peak, the run that everyone knows about, that we all talked about. We lived it. We were here. We were live streaming during it back in the day. And it started getting pushed down, selling off. That pump that was the hedge to GameStop started selling off. And when it transitioned out of Ape, and you saw them push it down after reverse stock split, the reverse stock split created so many more shares, or so many less shares, you should put, because they diluted their float while doing a reverse stock split. It was like a Jedi mind trick on the investors, because they didn't understand just how heavy the stock became. You do a reverse stock split, you're now in a whole nother world, and that world is on like on this chart, log chart. Instead of $63 up here, which would be $6 pre-split, you're down here in the $2 to $3 range. You can't get back up off the floor. It's like you laid down and then they put a rhino on your stomach, because you can't get up, because you got to go 100x. You got to go 100%, 200%. And as you try to get back up, how in the world, like, you guys don't understand, $60 is one thing, right, to get up there at 100%. You still got to get up here at 1,000% increase. You got to go up not 10x, 100x off of your current price just to even try to get back up there. But all the money was here in the center. All the volume was here in the center. It dropped, and you're not getting it back. Or you'll never get this stock back. You can't. It's too heavy. So when we look at GameStop, when we start comparing, GameStop's a little different because here's why. I had this guy, remember I told you talking to this guy full of shit yesterday? And he was saying things because he was trying to sound smart in front of people. And I knew he didn't know what he was talking about because this is what he said to me. He said, GameStop will be... Oh, shout out to my pops, man. Oh, yeah, he wanted to go hiking. I forgot. Damn, my cousin's birthday. So he said like this. He said, oh, Marantz, GameStop will be $22 a share before it'll be $30. I said, excuse me? He said, it'll be 22 before it gets to 30. Do you think I pulled him into my office and said, here's 22. Right here. 22. GameStop's support was right at $22. Bounced, got up out the zone, came down, bounced again, still over here. $22. How in the world is it going to get to 22? But to get to 30, it's already done that. But from this standpoint today, he said, oh, it'll get to 22 before it gets to 30. Oh, it'd rather do that than, yeah, that's why. You don't know. And I said, hold on. Hold on, smart guys. Why does it matter? If it got to 22, then I get great value. I'm not selling tomorrow, so what do I care if it goes down to 22? I don't need to argue with you why it'll never get to 22, right? As far as the float goes and the pricing and all these shares. Like, so? It gets to 22. That means I get to buy it at 2x, 2 times book value. Remember, every other stock, Hasbro's one of them. Hasbro is trading for 9x times book. Best Buy's trading at 6. Like, I want to buy GameStop at 5x times book. That'd be $50 a share. Still great value. It's $26 right now. That's great value. Get down to 22, and you think it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing for me. I'm going to buy more. Anything below 24.88, I'm happy. You see, these traditional investors don't have the right mindset. They don't have the correct mindset because they're not trying to collect things. Nope. They don't know what it means to collect these shares and create generational wealth. I could be flat on my investment the whole time. I can be flat on my investment for years. I didn't miss anything. I'm still in something that's going to be bigger than what they think it's going to be. I can be flat for the next 4 years. It wouldn't matter. Think about all the money I've put away that I don't touch, that I don't need to touch. It doesn't even come into the topic. Maybe $25,000 is not a lot to you. Cash. It's a lot. It's a lot. Down payment on $1 million home. $500,000 home. Whatever it is. I don't know. $600,000 home. It'll get you $700,000 home. Easy. I don't need it. I'm telling you what it is. You keep grinding. You guys keep looking. And if it got down to 22 like this guy claims it is, 22.91 is the 200-day moving average. Which, by the way, on the 200, that's the 50 or the 200? No. You can't look at it on the weekly. I'll look at it on the daily. Here. So the 200-day moving average is 25.12. And you think it's coming all the way down. Remember we talked about market breadth? Market breadth is the indicator that measures advancers versus decliners in the S&P. And we have more decliners than advancers. That's the first thing. We have more stock trading at the 200-day moving average than we have before. Do you know what we also have? We also have the highest market we've ever had. So how is it that those don't correlate? How is it that they don't make sense? Because you have the most stocks declining, yet your stock market is at the top. It's the best market we've ever had. No. It's just the heaviest concentrated market in the top in the S&P at the Mag 7. That's all it is. And now it's turned into like the Mag 4, basically. Earnings have to come out and everyone has to make a 4% increase. You're looking for 4% to stay on pace with 12% increase over this whole year, like they've projected. Wall Street has projected. Somebody's going to fail. Somebody's going to fail. Somebody's going to fall. And you're going to see a huge correction on this market. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a race to the bottom. And GameStop might come down to $22. Guess what? I'm buying every single dollar of it. I'm not buying anything that's crashing. Why would I? I'm only buying GameStop because I know the value of it. I know the value is going to get into the S&P 500. So, yeah, I'm really prepared for what's happening, and I hope you guys are too. And like I said, I had to get going, and I wish we could do more. Marantz, have you watched KGB on YouTube yet? I don't even know who the hell that is. I know that somebody wrote in the video, it said to emergency, you copy. They told him, you copy, KGB and Jackie are the best. That's what it said. That's all I ever have to hear. If somebody put that into a quote together, all together, I don't need to hear it. I don't need to see it. And do you know why else I don't need to see people about YouTube? What are your name? Bud, the Beats, whatever. I don't know your name. Buddha Beats. I don't know what the hell your name is. I don't need to watch anybody when it comes to GameStop. I am GameStop. Like, have you not figured this out? They don't live for GameStop. I live for GameStop. I'm in a cult. Okay? I have an identity crisis. I let my stock and my investment be my identity. It's so sad. My life is falling apart. Oh, I've lost so much money and time and energy. I haven't learned anything in the last 4 years. I'm a GameStop groupie. I'm Ryan Cohen sniffer. That's all I am. I just smell. Oh, what are you doing, Ryan? I want that. I can taste it. Is that what I am? Oh, no, there's a new guy that I don't know? KGB, there's a new guy I don't know? Imagine being the guy. Just do that for a second. These guys getting the golden road. The golden goose. Because there's people out here who've been grinding. I might be the DJ Quick of the investment world. You guys don't know DJ Quick? Yeah, I know. A lot of people don't. But that's the real LA rap scene. Not Tupac. Not Snoop Dogg. Not Dr. Dre. Oh, I know. Oh, Dr. Dre and NWA. Yeah. Do some homework. Best cult in the world. Yeah. Just wondering. I've been watching you for years. Say it again. Say it again. And why you got to say it like short? Why you want to play in my court? Who the hell is KGB anyway? Watch this. You ever type in the words KGB and get audited by the government? Working on it, but looks good. GameStop? So let me get this right. A guy who has a channel with 2,000 followers, pattern trading is what he talks about. And all he talks about is stock market. Okay? He wants to talk about XRP. Oh, this is embarrassing. how are his live streams doing? It's Crime Friday live stream. Everything's members only except for this one that he does here. So, yeah, he really wants to get the info out. This is a 7-hour live stream. Seven-hour live stream.
Could you imagine getting all the way up here?
Oh, he's one of these guys. So, day trader, bullshit, talks about all these stocks that he wants you to invest in. Okay. Been around for 3 months. Every live stream is 7 hours. Yeah, I know what he's doing. Moon soon. Do or die. You got to pay for all this? Everything is a subscription. $6. And he doesn't show his face. You guys will learn. You guys will learn. GameStop's roadmap to the finish line. Now I get it. Now I get it. Nah. Nope. Yeah. I want to know where all these Canadians sign up and get paid. Yep. Yeah, they're just Canadian YouTubers come out and try to get you to keep doing what they're doing. Guys, remember one thing, okay? They only attack one guy. They only attack one guy. They only put one guy and run them through everything. And you know why. We've been right for a long time, guys. I'll see you guys real soon. Tomorrow morning, we'll be live. I'll find some time. We'll see the markets. We'll talk if I want to talk more updates. I don't know if there's anything else I want to talk about. No. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great day. And I'll be back very soon. So, thanks again. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'm sorry I took up some hours this morning, but I'm not allowed to go to church this morning because I have to go to work. But I'll pray for all of us. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. I'm going to see you around, millionaires. Peace.